What if you thought that your child was too young to face a US visa interview? Think again. The US Embassy in the US has now issued a major clarification for the parents applying for the American visa, especially for the children under 18. The US mission in the India says that the minors must appear for a personal interview, and that applies where the child is the newborn or almost 18 years old. This is important because Indian parents may remember the earlier interview waiver of the Dropbox system. Under the older system, the children under the 14 were often eligible for interview waivers until a certain age. But that has changed now. Since the October 2025, the US Department of State has sharply reduced the interview waiver eligibility, especially for the immigrant visa applicants. As a result, most children applying for the US visa generally need to attend for the in-person interview. However, there is still a limited expectation. Certain diplomatic and official visa categories can qualify for the waivers. The applicants reviewing the specific child can now meet a stricter qualification, including applying for their country's nationality, usual residence, and having a previous refusal on the other permanent eligibility. For Indian families, this means planning a US trip for a child that now requires more preparation. Parents should not assume that a child's young age will automatically mean that they can skip an interview. Be it an 18-month-old or an 18-year-old, you need to apply for a US visa interview. The US says that the visa interviews are even an important part of checking the travelers and maintaining the border security. That means the process is bigger. It is becoming much bigger and personal than ever before and closely reviewed. So, if your child is applying for a US visa from India, check the latest official requirements before booking a travel or making other plans. And that's not it, because in the new US visa system, age alone may no longer keep your child away from the interview window. So, the crux of this video is that if your child is a minor, earlier he was not able to apply for a US visa interview, but now it is mandatory from the US consular to attend a US visa interview even if you are a minor. That's the major update. For more such updates, keep watching TimesXP.